I'm bringing a book called Every Heart a Doorway. There are times when all of us would like to go someplace else to escape from this world. Well, in Seanan McGuire's Every Heart a Doorway, you can do exactly that. It starts out at Eleanor West's Home for Wayward Children, and all of the teens who are at this school are there because their parents think something's wrong with them. They're delusional, they're crazy, they're troubled. But really what's happened is all of them have found doorways to a different world, and then they've lived in those different worlds maybe for some months, maybe some of them for years, and then they've been kicked out. So they're all looking for their door back to their worlds. And they're troubled, they're not crazy, they are wayward because they've lost their way. Each world's different. Some of the worlds are all rainbows and candy and flowers. Some of them are very dark, some of them are very quiet, some of them are musical. Some of them are nonsense worlds like Alice in Wonderland, and some of them even seem evil or very, very dark. They are unique, but so are the people who find these worlds. The story begins when Nancy comes to the school. She has been in a world called the Halls of the Dead, and it was a very quiet, a very still world, very dark, very cool, and she loves it. But she is asked by the Lord of the Dead, who rules it, to come back to Earth to make sure she really wants to stay in the Halls of the Dead. And so now she finds herself, after years away in the Halls of the Dead, being quiet in this very noisy, vibrant, colorful world. And she's having a miserable time. She tentatively begins to make friends at the school. There's Christopher, who has left the skeleton world. There's the twins, Jack and Jill, whose world was a vampire and a mad scientist. There's her roommate, Sumi, whose world was all color and chaos and craziness. And she starts to feel comfortable, and then somebody's murdered. And it's followed by 2 more murders. And Nancy, as the newest person in the school, and also the one who's been to the dead, is the main suspect. The mystery is the plot. What I really liked about this book so much were the characters and the setting and the whole idea that everybody's got a world if you could just find it. I found myself wondering what kind of world I might go to, looking around for a doorway to see if I could find one. This is the first in a series that Seanan McGuire is doing called The Wayward Children. Her next one is Down Among the Sticks and Bones, which talks about Jack and Jill in the world of the mad scientists and the vampire king. So, if you've ever wanted to escape, this is a good way to go.